Hello everyone, this is Théo Mahy-Ma-Somga and welcome back to the Sunday Storyteller Club. Today we are talking about the age of the mob. The crowd always looks warm from afar, but if you get too close, it burns. Everyone says they want to be unique, but what they really want is to be accepted for being unique, and that's not the same thing. Originality and belonging don't live in the same room. The moment you start blending in, you start disappearing. And yet, we keep trying to find comfort in the mob, polishing our edges, softening our tone, making sure we don't offend the gods of consensus. The mob doesn't hate difference, it just hates difference too early. The crowd will love you once it's safe to, once your uniqueness is validated by enough other people to feel familiar again. But by then, it's no longer unique. If you sound like everyone else, you have already vanished. Human beings are wired for imitation. The brain has something called mirror neurons, cells that light up when we observe others, copying not just their actions, but their emotions, their energy, their tone. That's why trends spread so fast. Original thought feels dangerous because it isolates you from the tribe. Thousands of years ago, being rejected by the tribe meant death. Today, it just means silence. But our nervous system doesn't know the difference. So every time you post, speak or create, your body scans for threats. Will they still like me after this? That fear is what shapes most modern creativity. We don't create for truth, we create for approval. But here's the paradox. You can't be exceptional without first being misunderstood. You have to sit on the edge of the mob close enough to see how it moves, but far enough not to be swallowed by it. The edge is where all real art lives. It's where ideas are fragile, uncertain, unvalidated. It's uncomfortable, but it's pure. The edge is where you remember why you started before the world told you how you should look doing it. But the mob rewards mimicry. It rewards those who repeat, not those who reveal. Because revelation demands risk, and risk makes others nervous. So instead of creating what's true, you create what's safe. Safe content, safe opinions, safe success. And the result? Millions of voices saying nothing in unison. We live in an echo chamber of perfectly filtered originality, and no one even notices it anymore. The hardest part of originality isn't the creation, it's the isolation, the waiting period between being ignored and being understood. That's where most people give up. They confuse rejection with failure, when in reality, it's just resistance. Resistance is a compass. It tells you you are close to something real. But you will never reach it if you keep running back to the crowd for reassurance. Every time you do, you dilute your voice to match the volume around you. You can't lead from the center of the mob. You can only lead from the edge of it. And here's the thing. If everyone agrees with you, you're not leading, you are echoing. If no one questions you, you're not innovating, you are repeating. And if no one resists you, you are not saying anything worth hearing. So stop trying to sound right. Start trying to sound real. Real isn't polished. Real isn't optimized. Real is raw, uncomfortable, human. And it's the only thing the mob can't manufacture. The most original people you admire, artists, thinkers, founders, were not loved at first. They were doubted, criticized, isolated, because they saw something the crowd didn't, and they stayed long enough on the edge for the world to catch up. Sitting on the edge of the mob means you might be misunderstood today, but remembered tomorrow. It means creating without permission, speaking without consensus, moving without applause. It means choosing truth over validation and solitude over safety. The edge is lonely, but it's where everything new begins. This was the Sunday Storyteller Club. I'm Théo Mahy-Ma-Somga. Thank you for listening. Don't fight the mob. Don't follow it. Stand at its edge and watch it move towards you.